And on today's episode of how Chris got out of housework.
Oh my god, Starlink is here! It came, guys! Starlink is here! Woo! We're gonna set this bad boy up. We're gonna do an unboxing video. I've only seen one unboxing video on Starlink a long time ago, and I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do an unboxing video, but here we are anyways. I'm gonna do an unboxing video. Let's get this set up. I need way better internet than I currently do now. Alright, so the excitement's over. Now I've got to actually take it out of the box, find a clear place to put it in the yard or on the roof, and install the app. I didn't install the app. I've got lots of wide open spaces that you will see in the video that should be a clear sky view for this to work fairly successfully. And you know what, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm confident that if I have to put it on the roof, I can get the roof mount and get it working no problem whatsoever. So, I've got my pocket knife. This has not been opened. This is literally the first time. Oh look, it's like IKEA instructions. There's a cute picture of a satellite dish with the satellite in orbit. Plug it in with some electricity and get Wi-Fi to the Starlink app. Pretty fancy. I'll take some close-up shots of that later. Lots of plastic. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! So it comes all nicely packed in the box. Some assembly required. Looks like you got the dish, the cables, the hub, or the router, and a little tripod that it sits on, so that's pretty sweet. So yeah, so what we got here is we got the Starlink hub. It's got an auxiliary Ethernet port on it, presumably to plug it into the rest of your network infrastructure, which I have. I have all Ubiquiti Unify network here, the access points, the firewall, the cloud keygen, the whole 9 yards. Still need to get some new security cameras. There's some instructions. We won't be needing those because I'm one of those people that rarely reads things. There is the tripod. This is the fancy PoE injector, which to my knowledge, from the minimal reading I've done on the internet, is using, total max 180 watt output. So it is PoE, but it's fancy PoE. You obviously need a lot more power to beam a signal to orbit. Pretty sweet. So this stuff here, I think what we're going to do here is I'm going to disconnect this Ethernet jack from the PoE, and I'm going to take out this, put this to the side for a moment here. PoE and the hub will stick over here, and the dish itself is going to slide into this tripod rather easily. 2 little click buttons. There we go. Fancy. We will place the dishy right over there. Wow, it's really nice. It's smooth. Very smooth. Get the box out of the way. And we'll drag this over here. I have no idea which direction this is going to point because I did not take the time to install the app on my phone prior to delivery. I thought that was just going to be torture. I wanted to do it all live on camera. The whole experience start to finish. Okay, so the dish is set up. I need to go and get myself a extension cord to plug into the house just over there. We'll plug the bad boy in, get the app installed, and we'll see where we're at. Cue the music. All right, we've got power. We're going to use the little plastic stuff they've provided here just to put the base on. I'm like huffing and puffing because I'm so bloody excited about this. I can't even tell you guys. Okay, power is plugged in. Then, what we will do is we will plug the hub in next. The dish in, and now we will get the app. So I guess I should have done that part. I don't even have my cell phone on me. Seriously? Come on. Actually, I do have this phone. I have to find out like what login information I need, so I'm gonna, take a moment to go do what I should have done. Okay, so guys, it's plugged in, and I've got the dish here beside me. In fact, the dish is making a small, tiny noise. I installed the Starlink app, and I clicked the start setup, and my phone is searching for a Wi-Fi connection. It says on this fancy IKEA instructions that I'm supposed to see a Starlink network on my phone. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. So the time between the cuts here was maybe about 2 minutes. So I plugged it in. The dish moved to an upright position off camera. I did not keep the camera rolling because I'm a bad filmographer. So anyways, it's oriented itself straight up, 90-degree angle, parallel to the center of the earth. And now I've got a Starlink Wi-Fi network to connect to. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen next. Again, I didn't read the instructions, guys. This is a classic Chris moment. So it says sign into Starlink network. Okay, so enter Wi-Fi network name. So I'm going to create a new network name. I'm a Star Trek fan from days past, so I'm going to call this subspace relay 47 because that is a tribute to Star Trek. I get to create a Wi-Fi password. It says I will now be disconnected from the router, and obviously it's going to go and create the Wi-Fi name that I created. So now obviously that's going to reconfigure itself, and I should probably see a new Wi-Fi network name appear momentarily. If it's anything like last time, it took about 3 minutes. Nope, there it is, subspace relay 47. I'll put in my password. Connected, no internet. Okay. So now when I go back to the Starlink app, it says Starlink is offline, that it's booting. I've got a nice little dashboard. I'm sure everybody's seen screenshots of that online. I haven't. This is the first time. It says there's one device connected. Starlink is offline. Okay, so I'm going to let it do its thing for a minute here because it says it's booting. So as you may or may not have heard, I just had a conversation with a delivery gentleman about the internet out here, and as you can see, the dish has tilted itself just in the past moment. It did switch to online, so it took about, I'm gonna say, about 7 minutes to go and boot up and find where it wanted to point itself. It is now pointed pretty much north at this point. This corner of the house is facing north, and it's on about a 20-degree angle north. So I am going to do my first speed test as is right here where we are. It's got a speed test built into the Starlink app, and it is initializing the speed test. and it is at 80, 90, 92, 95, 100 megabits, 110. So it looks like it's maxed out at 110 megabits. It took a moment to ramp up from 0 to 100. Now it looks like it's performing the upstream test. It's at 25, 27, 29, 25. Hey, you know what? 110 megabits down and 25 megabits up. That is 2 times faster than one of the competitors in the area. And with respect to the upload speed, I was getting 2 megabits up. I'm now getting 25 megabits up. That makes me over the moon happy. Oh my God, I can go back to almost quasi-normal life. So there you have it, guys. It's been unboxed, it's been set up, it works. I will take some footage of where I finally place the device. For the next little while here, I'm gonna go and try to find a spot in my house to get the cable into the basement. I intend to put the router itself in the basement, and the dish is more than likely going to go on the other side of my yard now that I see what type of obstructions and what kind of an angle that it's currently at. And this will be a continuous improvement project over the next week as I decide whether it needs to be mounted on the roof. So now I'm going to set it up in a temporary location back here to see if there's any obstruction issues, and then in the next little while I'll probably put it on the roof. You know, if you talk to Emily, she'll tell you I'm pretty good at pulling my wire. Okay, so anyways, it's gone and upright itself again. I need to unstow it, and then we should be good to go. So I'm just waiting again for the Starlink Wi-Fi network to pop up on my phone. There it is, and now it's connecting. It's connected. Okay, so it says it's online, although it hasn't repositioned itself. It's not connected as fast as it was before though. So now that could be because I don't have it on a flat surface. So I'm gonna go and find something to make this flat. Okay, so I have leveled it up quite a bit, and while I went inside to get just a couple pieces of wood to prop it up, it already did change direction and go more north facing here. So I'm gonna rerun the speed test. Just make sure, yeah, it still shows that it's online. So now it's running another speed test. Still substantially slower than it was. Now, I will say this, the router is inside the basement there in my workshop. So that is about 60 feet away through a cement wall. I got a feeling it has more to do with where I'm physically located to the router than the Starlink dish itself. So I'm gonna go inside and run another speed test. All right, so let's go inside and go take a look here. I'm gonna take a minute to set up the tripod, and this is my workshop, and I will do a full video walkthrough of my house some other day. But I've got the Starlink router just sitting here on my workshop, in a very unfocused, poorly lit manner. So I'm gonna go and set up the tripod and see if we can make this get a hell of a lot better. Okay, so through the magic of film editing and you know, background cinematography tricks, now my workbench is cleaned off, everything is set up properly, but I've lost my cell phone. Ha! Jesus. I found my cell phone, so now I'll do another speed test, and then the next and last step will be for me to connect Starlink to my Unify firewall. So let's do another speed test. Now that I'm standing beside it, I suspect I was connected to 5G, and we all know 5G is short range, high speed. Yeah, there we go. 30, 60, 90, 110. So my observation is at this exact moment is that it looks like they've got it throttled to 110 megabits down. It goes right to 110 and stops. Now it's doing the upstream test. Same idea. It seems to go a little bit past 25 megabits upload. Now it's been throttled back to about 20. Looks like it's going to finish the test at 19. So as far as I can tell, this is still 10 times faster upstream than I'm currently getting with a competitor here in New Brunswick, and just a little bit better than double what I'm getting for downstream. I am super impressed. Oh my God, thank you so much for rural high-speed internet. I can work again, I can play again, and my kids aren't gonna have to go and get offline when I need to have a video conference call. This is all temporary, just of course, until I put proper place to put this cable stuff. Guys looking up my nose? There's no boogers today. All right. Oh, gee. Won't be needing that much longer. This thing doesn't like to stand up very nice. I'm gonna have to make a little board for it. So anyways, I'm gonna lie down flat. At some point, I'm gonna put in a nice fancy network rack down here. Okay, plugged in, power. Now all we need is an extra network cable. I usually have these things lying around in the couch cushions. Okay, I checked the couch cushions. I did find one. I have no idea if this is supported, but I'm doing it anyways. So I'm going to plug in the auxiliary to the Starlink router. And I'm going to half-ass put this cable through this stuff here and plug it into the WAN 2 connection on my Unify firewall. I'll set up the load balancing and play around with that, even though I'm probably going to cancel the other provider. So that's it. Everything should be working. I'm going to get my phone. I left it in the shop. So Starlink is showing disconnected, so I'll give it a minute or two. Again, it's more than likely because I literally just plugged it all back in. So we'll give it a minute. And as I'm speaking to you, it just changed to online. So now I'm still connected to Wi-Fi. It's connected to my network infrastructure. I will go and configure that and do some tests in a few minutes. I think what I will do is like I said earlier, I'll make a video of the whole way I've got my stuff set up. It's rather, you know, toothpicks and glue sticks holding things together right now. I need to set it up properly. Let's run another speed test. Bang, right back up to 110 megabits.
Dad, Jurassic Park wouldn't have happened if they had a better IT guy.
I'm only debugging 2 million lines of code, guys. That's really mean, Luke. He worked really hard. Like, did you not see how fat he was sitting in that chair? He worked really hard to go and keep Jurassic Park running.
You're not wrong.
You know, the IT guys always work on the lowest budget possible, and, you know, management expects the world. Yeah, 110 megabits download, pumping 20 megabits upload. This is fantastic. I will post another video of my network setup, which is really shoddy right now, in another video, and show you how I connected this to my existing Unify network. So if you like the video, I know it was an unboxing video, gives you a little bit of an idea of what I'm dealing with out here. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. We're a brand new channel. We're gonna do all sorts of videos, tech videos, building stuff videos, house renovation videos, sustainability and off the grid, homesteading style videos. That's what we're doing on this channel. A little bit of everything, because that's what life is about. A little bit of everything. Take care, guys. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, man, this is amazing. I gotta go play some video games. Look at that Starlink dish. Cute as a button. Actually, it's pretty slick. This little router is good looking. Good looking router, good looking dish, good looking box. Thanks, Elon Musk. Shout out to Elon Musk, yeah. Thank you for making it possible to live in the middle of nowhere and have pretty damn good internet. Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.